do we want to talk about Jordan Peterson or do we? No, we need to talk about the DeSantis thing.
I don't know anything.
He just signed in.
Well, teach me on there.
Cliff and Chandra here. A lot of stuff going on about abortion and abortion laws in our country this week. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Breaking, this happened just like 2 days ago. Governor DeSantis of Florida, you know, depending on your political viewpoint, he's either a wacko or he's like, you know, DeSantis 2028 or whatever, you know.
Well, in their elections before 2020.
We know Trump's running again. Like,
he could be the vice president.
You don't want to, well, and then he'd be the president in 2028. We're getting banned off YouTube.
Maybe Elon will buy YouTube.
It'd be great. They'd have to start a new one. What if Elon bought YouTube and then some like Jeff Bezos bought Rumble and it just flip-flopped the whole world?
That would be funny.
All right. So Governor DeSantis of Florida just signed into law banning abortions at 15 weeks.
Okay, that's good.
Well, it's pretty intense, but like it's.
I mean, I think it should be even more. But go on.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, we're pro-life here, and we're pro-life. We're pro supporting young mothers. We're also pro teaching at the appropriate age, mind you. Like,
where's this going?
Contraception and stuff like that.
What? I'm all abstinent.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like. The preferred option, the best option to not get pregnant and to probably have like a healthy. I
think we're getting a little off topic.
All
here.
right. Anyways, we are getting off topic. All right. So
we're pro things.
So I saved some stuff on this, and I want to find it. Maybe I didn't save stuff on it. Gross. Ron DeSantis gets this like.
I didn't know that was his first name.
Ron. Is it Ron DeSantis?
I have no idea.
Oh my gosh. Governor DeSantis gets this like incredible reputation as being this awful, evil person, and that on the left. And in the right,
until they want to go on vacation, then you see Ocasio, what's her name down there partying it up with no mask
Alexander
on.
Ocasio-Cortez.
Yeah,
dude. If they don't take her out of her position,
oh my goodness,
like it's just not good.
I know.
It'll be bad once she does get voted out. It'll be bad for the conservatives, because the meme makers. She's a walking meme. She really is. Like, you think all the memes that they have of her, like, yeah. Whatever bar she starts working at, whenever she's done with this, I'm going there. Like, these random, like, yeah. So all the lefties are like, all the lefties.
We hate DeSantis, and yet that's
like,
where they want to
DeSantis
live and party.
Florida's like a terrible place. Don't go. They're all. I mean, it's like Walking Dead in Florida. Like, there's zombies like running the streets. But no, that's not happening. Florida's pretty. That's
where all the elites are vacationing and buying their
buying
mansions,
their second homes, and they're vacationing down there. And
they must not be that scared.
Yeah, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's no income tax or no sales tax or something like that in Florida. Maybe no income tax.
Maybe he's doing something right, and they don't want to admit it.
Yeah, he is definitely doing something right. He without a doubt, they're grooming him for like a big political position. Like the conservatives and the Republicans.
Did you
are
see
grooming him
where
for
Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are moving to Nashville, Tennessee?
No, that's cool.
They're moving from New York to Nashville.
That's a celebrity power couple that I'm not often offended at.
Yeah.
That's primarily because I look at them as one big walking satirical thing. Like, he's so funny. Everything he says, I literally don't take it serious. I'm like, he opens his mouth, it's about to be a joke. That's just how
I know we were talking about DeSantis, but I think someone like him who's so polarizing, it just really shows all these politically left people are taking advantage of the policies he's put into place, and yet they fight against them.
That's true. Did you see where it was a while back, but they asked Joe Biden about DeSantis's remarks on Joe Biden's leadership or whatever, and did you hear about Governor DeSantis, blah, 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 and Joe Biden goes, Governor who? He was deliberately trying to make a joke, like a jab at him.
Oh, I thought he maybe really forgot.
No. He didn't.
You don't think so?
If you're gonna make a jab at a guy like DeSantis, and you have Joe Biden's record for gaffing, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should think twice, because DeSantis' response was like, "It's no surprise he didn't remember me. What else has he forgotten this week or whatever?" You know what I mean? Like this being like written into law down in Florida also comes off the back of like abortion being a pretty contentious issue right now.
Yeah.
Like a hot topic.
Here on YouTube, there was a family called the
LeBrant family.
And they had a choice to abort their child because they were poor when they first conceived and all this stuff. I don't even think she was with her husband. Like, she was all alone. And anyway, she thought about aborting, and then she didn't. And now that the kid's older and they have this whole YouTube community built around their family, they've put out an anti-abortion video. And people have lost it on YouTube and Twitter and stuff. And did you know they banned the LeBrant family, the whole video, from Instagram now?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Here's what I don't understand. Here's the double standard. Because I watched some reactions to that, and they were like, it's just so graphic. They have these cartoons of what an abortion does, and these cartoons of these tongs pulling on the unborn baby in different parts, and then this person who performed abortion goes into great detail talking about this.
Because they had a doctor who was a former abortionist on it.
Yeah, and I watched a big portion of the documentary because the thing that interests me is that the people that are disgusted by this description of abortion and what actually happens and the stuff are the ones advocating for abortion.
Yeah.
Let's put this into perspective. I'm a conservative. It's like me saying, "Oh, they were showing all of the ways they go through giving the lethal injections and the death penalty, or they showed the electric chair and they talked in graphic detail about how somebody dies." But I definitely am pro the death penalty.
Yeah.
Like, if I did that, how dumb would I sound?
Yeah.
Wait, no. Well, how dumb did I just sound?
A little bit.
That's not cool. Had nothing to do with what I said, did it? Well, that's what it feels like to me.
Yeah.
You can't be like, I love abortion, let's get abortions, or as one of my friends who will remain nameless to protect himself says, yeah, murder kids. They all just say murder kids. Which in California, they're trying to push a bill where you can kill a newborn, you can abort a newborn up to 7 days after birth. Yes.
Like, it's not
a joke.
Yeah, that's awful.
That's awful.
That's
Uh-huh.
Like, there's not even anything to say about it.
Well, that's where it goes. And to bringing this into the Christian realm, this is not a new thing. People that think abortion is a new thing, think about 2,000 years ago when Jesus was born. Herod put out a decree to murder all the male children 2 and under. It's the same thing. Yeah. It's the same idea, same concept. I personally, as a pro-life advocate, I would love to see a time where we under-sexualized people and made abortion illegal across the boards.
Oh, yeah.
Me personally.
And before anybody comments this, you hear all these comments of, conservatives only care about the baby before it's born, but after it's born, they don't care anymore. They really don't know that conservatives and Christians are like 70 or 80% people who adopt, people who foster, and then also give to charities the most. Like, it's just across the board.
That is one thing, and that's a critique I have. Your average Republican, like pundit or like Republican figure or figurehead in politics they're not all about education reform, right? And they're also don't seem to be all about like streamlining adoption and all this kind of stuff. Those are issues in the party that I vote for that I'm like, I'd love to see more legit leadership who isn't just using the dangling carrot of abortion. Like, we're going to get rid of Roe v. Wade, you know what I'm saying? Who isn't just using that to get votes, but instead is like, we care about children. We care about babies. We're going to see them born. We're going to stop this baby murder. And we're going to not only see them born, but we're going to create funds for single mothers or training and programs. We're going to streamline the adoption process, and we're going to be pro-life from the womb to the tomb.
So the governor of Alaska, Sarah Palin, you know how everybody hated her and stuff.
Yeah.
Part of that was because she had so many children, and one of them was mentally handicapped. And I saw where people said that the child should have been aborted, which is horrifying. And they hated her because she stood up for her values, where she's very anti-abortion.
At the same time, the left is going bananas celebrating that Victoria's Secret just announced their first lingerie model with Down syndrome. This is the thing that frustrates me. A conservative, a Republican politician has a baby with like a mental disability, I guess you say, and they're like, the left goes berserk and says she probably should have aborted it. But then they're like, oh, if you put someone with Down syndrome in a bikini and we can sexualize it, it's good.
Empowering.
It's empowering.
Yeah.
It's like, well, your logic doesn't make any sense. What was your thought when Victoria's Secret announced they had their first ever Down syndrome model, lingerie model?
Well, at first I thought maybe they're not going to actually show her in lingerie and bikinis, because to me it was inappropriate. It's like putting a child in lingerie or something.
Okay.
It's like toddlers and tiaras. Like, it's inappropriate.
I understand how people are like,
someone
how
like that.
dare you? You're equating somebody with a mental, like an issue, with a developmental issue with a child or something like that, and they're going to use that to get mad and say you guys are just bigots or whatever. But it's like,
it just feels like an untouchable thing. Like,
to me,
they
the
should be
issue is
protected.
to me the issue is just sexualizing everything doesn't make it better. You're casting this message that if you want to make something better, sexualize it. It's the same thing they're doing with kids when they're saying, we want to teach our kids about transgender and gender and find out who they're attracted to at ages 5 to 7.
Yeah.
And all these people that freaked out about DeSantis banning sexual grooming for 3rd grade and below. It's like, those are the same people that think, well, it's empowering to have your first Down syndrome model. Or model with Down syndrome. And I'm not trying to belittle the challenge and the issues that model faces every day.
Yeah.
Of course, that's a big deal.
And she is beautiful, and they are going to have her in lingerie and bikinis and stuff.
I'm not saying she's not
maybe
objectively attractive.
Maybe she's more mentally advanced than a lot of other people that have Down syndrome, but it was just a shock reaction to me.
This was Let's Talk About It. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do like, comment, and consider subscribing. It helps us out a ton. The channel's been growing, and it's all because of you guys. And keep an eye out for new Not Gospel Studios content coming out very soon. A lot of big stuff on the horizon. And as always, keep being awesome, because that's how God made you. Let's talk about it.